Hello guys and welcome back. And in this final module, we'll be learning about animation. Okay, now this is more of a bonus module because animation is not really a feature in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, but it's actually possible to create some sort of basic animation in Adobe Illustrator. So these are very basic animations and we call them GIFs. Okay, that's GIFs, and that's the format in which they come in. So in this module we're going to be learning about animation, and also we're going to be learning how to create GIFs. Okay, so that's kind of what we'll be looking at in the first part of this module. Okay, now in further parts of this module we'll be learning about more traditional ways or more professional ways of achieving animations by using some other software like Adobe After Effects. Now I have a course on Adobe After Effects and you can check that out, but notwithstanding, we're going to take our designs in Adobe Illustrator and try to animate them in Adobe After Effects. Okay, so that's the next aspect of this module which we're going to be looking at. And with that, I kind of aim to give you a kind of basic knowledge of how animation works in general, and also in Adobe After Effects and Illustrator. Now what we're going to be creating, the GIF we're going to be creating in this video is kind of a logo animation. Okay, now we're just going to start by creating a new document, and I want my document to be in the size 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. Okay, so this is a full HD preset, that's a full HD frame size. Now for this number of adverts we have to put the number of frames we want to create. Okay, now I'm just going to put 30 here and I'll explain later on. So 30 and create. Now we see that it has created 30 frames, 30 different artboards for us. Okay, now I just want to give you the concept of how animations are created. Okay, so you have an understanding of what we are trying to do here. So animations work in this way. If you want an animation, let's say of this ball from this point down to this point, okay, along this path, okay, so it has to fly along this path and land here, right? What has to be done is you have to create several images of this ball down to this point. So we have one image here, the next image here, the next image here, the next image here, just like this. Okay, just like this and like this and like this and like this and like this down to this point. And then these images are now combined together using a software like Adobe After Effects. Okay, like a video software. So they are now combined together to form a video. So when the video plays, it plays all of them together like a video. Okay, while in the real sense they are just different images coupled together. So that's the same thing we are doing here. Remember, we have different frames, right? Now these frames are kind of a representation of what we are trying to achieve in animation form. Okay, so for each movement we will represent them here. Okay, so from here to here, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, like this and like this and like this. Okay, so that's how animations work. That's the basic way of how animations work, and I'm going to talk about this again when we go into Adobe Illustrator in the last video of this module. Okay, so I'm just going to import one of our projects and we're going to animate that project. So let's go to our module 9, so creating designs with geometric grids. Okay, and then this logo design here, this is our grid sequence logo design. So that's grid sequence logo design. Okay, that's this guy. So open it and we're just going to copy one version here. So we're going to copy this version, Control C, come here and Control F. Okay, now this is our logo design. We're going to centralize it and we want to create a GIF for this logo animation. Okay, so we're going to animate this logo and create a GIF for it. So I'm just going to close this original version we copied from here, and we're going to start to kind of outline the kind of animations we want to create. Now we have 30 frames to work with, or 30 images to work with, and each image will be a step further from the previous image. So that's how animations work. So the way I want to create it is, first of all, I just want to have a copy of this guy here, and then I'll just ungroup them, and then I'll just delete the right up here for now, and so that we work with this one. Okay, so let's centralize this one to the middle like this. And then how I want this to happen is I want it to start from being very small and then it's just expand and keep rotating till it rotates to its actual shape. Okay, so maybe it's going to rotate to a bigger size than its actual size and then just resize down to its actual size. Okay, so I'm just going to do this so you can see. So we're going to start by reducing this guy to this size. Okay, then we'll copy it, or maybe even rotate it first like this. Okay, or like this, and then copy it, Ctrl C, and come here, click on this next artboard and Ctrl F to paste it in place. Okay, you have to paste them in place. Then for this one, you're going to increase the size a bit and you're going to rotate it a bit. Okay, and then copy, Ctrl C, and come here, Ctrl F, then increase the size a bit and then rotate it a bit, and then copy, then come here and Ctrl F, then increase the size a bit and rotate it a bit. Okay, so this is the kind of animation we want to achieve. Remember, GIFs are just for simple kinds of animation. So Ctrl C, click here, Ctrl F, then increase the size and just rotate it once more. Copy, click on this artboard, Ctrl F, increase the size and rotate it again. Copy, click here, Ctrl F, increase the size and rotate it once more. Copy, click here, Ctrl F, increase the size and rotate it once more. Copy, click here, Ctrl F, increase the size and rotate it once more. Copy, click here, Ctrl F, increase the size and rotate it once more. So if we want to kind of cause a delay in or a slowdown in our animation, we can duplicate the same frame multiple times. Okay, so it will kind of cause a pause in our animation. For this one, we'll increase it again and rotate it, and then we'll copy and paste here. So for this one, we won't do any adjustments to it so that we reduce the speed. So we'll copy it again, paste here, and we won't temper with it again so that we have a pause, and then we'll now copy and then paste here, and then we'll just start reducing it and rotating it back. Okay, we will now copy, Ctrl F, reduce it, turn it back, copy, Ctrl F, reduce it, turn it back, and copy, Ctrl F, reduce it, and copy, Ctrl F, and I want to just copy, Ctrl F, and just kind of paste the same thing, so we have kind of a slowdown or a pause, then a pause again, and then copy, Ctrl F, and then the last ones we'll just kind of move them like this, maybe increase them a bit and just move them up like this. Okay, so that we have our text kind of fitting here perfectly. So copy, Ctrl F, and I think we'll just increase. Okay, let's just copy again, paste, Ctrl F, and we'll just increase the size a bit, and I think this will be the final size. So Ctrl F, Ctrl F, Ctrl F, basically. And yeah, I think let's just delete this last two artboards, so we work with 28. So delete the both of them and we are done with the animation for the logo element or for the logo icon. Okay, now let's do for the text. Okay, so on group, let's copy everything here, let's cut, let's Ctrl V, let's paste, and let's just group them once more so we can centralize them. Ctrl C, let's just centralize. Okay, so they didn't group properly, so group and centralize them like this. Perfect. So for this one, I actually want the animations. Let me just kind of see how it's going to look with the same size here. Ctrl F. It's going to look perfect. So let me just keep a copy of this one, or the main, or the complete text on the last frame. Okay, now what we have to do is, what I want us to do is, I want us to have each of these texts or each of these characters scaling from little to big. okay, across our frames. Okay, and we might really not even start from the first frame. Let's just start from, let's see this frame. Okay, yeah, let's see, we want to start from this frame, not from the first frame. Okay, we might have some problem here. We start from this frame because the size of this one might interfere with the positioning of our letters here. So we can actually start from a frame like this one. Okay, let me just Ctrl F. I want where we won't have any interference. Okay, actually we can actually start from here, but then start from a lower place, right? So that when we are done, we'll just move it up. Okay, so I'm just going to do the whole thing so you see. So we're going to start from this guy here, or this guy here in the middle. Okay, we're going to start from this guy here, and then what we'll now do is we just cut this once. Okay, let's ungroup everything. We just cut these ones and leave the first letter. So just cut them. Okay, or you know what, just paste them back. Let's copy everything. Okay, Control C, and then let's delete these ones and then leave the first letter. So for this one, let's just reduce the size a bit, and yeah, let's reduce the size. And then let's come here and paste, Control F, and then let's now leave the mean size. Okay, now for this next one, now we're going to reduce the size like this. Okay, and then we're just going to delete this ones, and then we're going to come here, Control F, then leave the mean size like this. Now we'll now take from here and delete all of these ones and reduce the size of this one like this. Okay, you get the point. So from here we'll just Control F, and here was Q, right? Okay, yeah, here was Q. So here will be Q, the normal size, and we'll now just delete these guys and make this one the small size like this. Yeah, like this. So we have SEQ. Now we have the U here. So Control F, and we now have the U normal, and we'll delete these ones and have the E small again. Then come here and Control F. Then we now have the E normal, and we now cut C and E and just reduce the size of N. Okay, and then we now click here and Control F, and we have N normal. We now remove E, the last E, and reduce the size of C. And then we click here and Control F. And now we have C normal. Now we now reduce the size of this last E and Control F, and we have E normal. Okay, so now let's now copy the whole thing once more. Control C, Control F, and then Control F again. Now for this one, we will just okay, I think we even can do it from here. So we can just copy this guy, and then or just move it to the top a bit, then now copy it, Control C, now Control F, we delete these ones and Control F. Perfect. So with this, we are done with our GIF animation, and we can now export them as frames. Okay, so it's going to export them as separate files, and we are now from there on going to create our GIFs. Okay, so if you are confused about the process, you can watch the video again and hopefully you fully understand. Okay, because it might be kind of confusing for beginners. So if you're confused by the whole process, you can just watch the video again, but I assure you this is a very simple and straightforward process. Okay, now the next thing for us would be to export these images. But first of all, I want to give a background to all our images. Okay, remember they are artboards and there are no backgrounds presently, so I just want to give them a background. So select this guy, go to copy, okay, and then edit and paste on all artboards. So just paste it on all artboards. So we can then see that we have 2 copies on the first artboard, so we can just delete the first one and select every artboard here. And arrange and send to back. Good. So this is what we want to do. Now the next thing we'll do is export all our frames. So go to file, export as. Okay, we can choose PNG, we can choose JPEG, whatever format we want to use, but the most important thing will be to use artboards. Okay, so click on use artboard and all. So it's going to export them from the first artboard to the 28th artboard. So I want us to create a new folder. Just call the folder GIFs. Okay, and then go in, and now when we click export, it's going to just take time to export all our images. Now let's use medium, which is 150 ppi, and okay. So Illustrator will take time to export all our images, and from there on we're going to use an online GIF maker or GIF maker. I keep confusing the pronunciation. So we're going to use an online GIF maker to create our GIFs. Okay, so it's done exporting, and if you just go to your okay, so let me just see something. Let me try exporting again. Export as. Okay, so it actually exported to an unknown folder. I'm just going to export it to this folder, this animation folder. Okay, so let me export it again. GIF. Okay, so let's see, GIF animation. Use all artboards. Let's use PNG and export, and okay. And let's just save the file. We haven't saved the file. Let's save the file in this folder and let's give it a name, GIF. Okay. Good. So we have our frames here, and when if I just move from one frame to another, you see the animation happening, right? So this is actually how it's going to happen. Okay, perfect. So that's exactly how it's going to happen. So we're going to use an online GIF maker right now. So go to your browser and then come here to this website, easygif.com. Okay, so if you come to this site, you're just going to click here to browse your files. So just come to GIF maker. Okay, come to the website and then come to GIF maker. It's a free online GIF maker. Okay, so you're going to click browse and then come to the folder and select all your files. So select them and click open. So when you click open, you're now going to click on upload and make a GIF. So click, and it's just going to take time to upload all your files and going to give you the ability to create a GIF from your files. So you're just going to wait for it to do its thing and come back when it's done. So guys, we can see that our images have been uploaded. We can see this, the first one, second one, down to number 28 here. Okay, so we have everything set. Now we do not need to change any other setting here. We have toggle range from 1 to this, and you don't need to touch with anything here. Just leave it as it is. And we now have this delay time. Okay, so this is the delay time. We can leave it at 20, and basically that's all. We don't need to change any setting here. and let's just click on make a GIF, and we just allow the system to create our GIF for us. And when we come down here, we see that our GIF has been created. Okay, now we see it playing, right? Perfect. Now we can now save our GIF by clicking on this icon. Now it has now downloaded our GIF, and let me just cut our GIF and bring it to our folder here and paste it here. Good. So now the GIF, when you click in properties, you see that it's a GIF file. Okay, it's a GIF file. It opens with the photos, so it's like a video, but it's not a video file. Okay, so when you just click, and then you're going to see it animate. And people use this a lot in creating ads. Okay, some of these very light web ads. Now we can see that the size is just 287 KB. That's the advantage of GIFs. They are very light, lighter than videos. Again, they are very easy to use. Perfect, guys. So with this, you see how easy it is to create animations with the help of Adobe Illustrator. Now we're going to go into Adobe After Effects in the next upper lecture. Next upper lecture, so that we see how to create a proper logo animation in Adobe After Effects. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.